Right, so the reason I'm doing the Tau is because of the 8,000 point Apocalypse game I'm playing with Tony. And I need 30 Pathfinders. He's 23. Because there's 7 up there. Well, it's not even 20, it's 18, Lucy. I really couldn't bring myself to do another 5.
Just another 5.
I've got like 10 Pathfinders altogether, which I'm not painting because I can't be bothered. This is for Long Strike because he's better with that gun, so I need to do that. I've got the last 8 Fire Warriors here, 2 Crude Hounds, a couple of more drones, and the little blacklight drones from Rely, and I actually magnetise them because they're that small, you can guarantee that they're going to come off and get lost. So I figured if I magnetise them. So yeah, Rely's going to have to count as a normal commander with a twin cyclic fusion blaster iron raker thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise we would break Allegiance abilities. So all the drones that you're seeing over there, I did the bases for them, and I've done all the bases for these. Ran out of snow, and
ordered more. Forgot to click confirm order. Waited a week until we realised.
Yeah. So I sprayed these black, sprayed them top down white, and then Lucy painted the rocks, the fang, and dry brushed them white for us. Support turret, I've only got 1 and 1 recon drone. So yeah, lots and lots of Tau stuff done. So all the blues done on them. Literally I need to do the black washes and the silvers, and then the red dots, and they're done. So I'm hoping that I'll get them actually done on Monday night. I built these this morning. Very nice to build, surprisingly sturdy considering how fragile they look. And I was going to magnetise them because it's literally a case of magnetising one hand. But they are tiny.
Minute.
So I can't magnetise them. Lucy was, I'm not going to lie, you were a little bit envious when I was doing these, weren't you?
Yeah. Very, really, so beautiful.
They are. They are. And you'll notice this base here. Whose base is this, Lucy?
The Hydras.
No.
Not a fire. I know whose it is.
It is. So I airbrushed that. Obviously it's darker underneath. But this base is from Demonscapes. And I bought the entire base collection for the Daughters of Cain from Terry from Demonscapes. And I messaged him. I says, Terry, do you have any little cobblestone spare that I can put on one of my bases for Morothai? He was like, yeah, why? I was like, because you don't sell a 100mm round base. He was like, give us a day. So he very, very kindly made a 100mm base, cast it up, and this was the first one out of the mould to make sure it worked. And amazingly, Terry sent me this free of charge. Terry is absolutely fantastic for customer service, incredibly quick for orders. I know a few other people have used them. You know the Deathwatch bases?
Yeah.
James Chalmers from Newcastle used them on his Custodians. So really, really nice stuff by Terry. I absolutely love his bases.
Yep.
So this will be getting done up, of course, with that on for Morothai.
Where is she? Oh, there.
She's here in lots of parts, Lucy.
Yeah.
So, she's not quite going purple. This is Green Stuff World flip paint, okay? So you do the skin by painting the fang, highlighting with Pallid Witch Flesh, wash with Drakenhof Nightshade, then highlight top down with Pallid Witch Flesh again. So I did a very light airbrush of Pallid Witch Flesh along the breast of the snake, but the back of it stayed black. So this is the green purple flip paint. You can see it working actually quite well for once there. So this is why I've left her in parts, because I want to airbrush as much as possible. There's the rest of the tail. And again, underneath, you can see as it goes round. So, of course, I had to do the Medusa like that as well. And actually, Lucy, I've caught it really well here.
You have. I was looking at them earlier. It's brilliant.
Oh, you can actually see it on camera for once, which I'm amazed at. Of course, he's the small Morothai. I've done her wings gold, but I'm contemplating using, is it Screamer Pink?
Yeah.
Screamer Pink to like blend it about halfway up, because her robes are going to be Screamer Pink. There's the hair for the big gal. Again, of course, in the flip paint. And there's her head. So I'll probably blend that with pink. Wings were a nightmare. I didn't really know what to do, and I struggled for ages. I even watched the Warhammer TV tutorial, and ultimately what I did is I watered down Screamer Pink a lot. And it's hard to pick it up here, but I think you can see it a little bit over the wings. And I basically washed it and then basically did what Peachy did and just rubbed my thumb over it like that. You can see pink in the recesses. So give that a little bit of a dry brush with Luscious Lilac or Changeling Pink.
Yep.
And should hopefully come up quite nice. I've also sprayed the avatar in, wow, that's come up nice, the red-green flip paint. And then of course I'm going to do all the armor highlights in gold. Very, very quickly spray the pan of that gold as well. But I got this from Sharpie, so I want to give a massive shout out to Sharpie who sold me this Hydra. And as you can see, I have actually sprayed it with the green purple again. It's a bit tricky to catch there, but again I did the chest with Pallid Witch Flesh, and the purple and the green is actually one colour. I sprayed over the white with the Green Stuff World flip paint, and it changed this to purple, and over the black it's green. So not as much work done on the Daughters of Cain as I wanted to get done. I'm incredibly looking forward to painting Morathai, but I need to work on these.
I might just do off first and see me dying at the piano.
I might let you paint some of the canaries or the little snakes.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Lucy painted her avatar, which is a Demon Prince / mini Keeper of Secrets with a booby. And you done all your bases.
And 10 Lonely Demonettes.
No, you did you just do 10?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, because you did 6 and 4, didn't you, from each squad? So Lucy now has 30 Demonettes, which means that when she bases stuff, we might get a small game.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to that. That is it though, folks.
Yep. Wait.
It feels like a bit... Oh. Wait there. So, 5 are built, yeah? There's the 5 that's built. There's 5 more. And there's 5 more. And there's 5 more. And there's 5 snakes. 5 more snakes.
I feel like it's going to be grab my part of the Chinese section. And then...
And then... Towel list for Tony. With all the point amendments that have been shown on Winter's SEO. Whew. Right, that was a long video, but that's 2 days worth.
Yep.
So, without further ado, let's see what you guys have been up to. Right guys, so it's Saturday night and I didn't record last night because we went to the cinema and then basically forgot to record.
Yep.
We've been out for some food tonight and I'm stuffed, and I sprayed these literally before we went out. So, last night what did I do? I started building some more canaries. So I've got another 5 of them built and I've started on the snakes. Didn't do anything Thursday night because I was knackered after college, but I've built these for Lucy, some Chaos Warhounds that she's picked up. So they've been sprayed along with the little familiars, and she's come up with a plan. Like, this guy looks like a little mage, so that's going on the sorcerer's base. The naked lady
Keepers
will go on the keepers and so forth, so she'll try and keep them themed. But yeah, these had already been done and sprayed green, so I've literally just washed them, off, dry brushed them.
Nice to see you getting them back out.
I know. And then lacquered them, so I'm going to glue all them on the bases. And then today and a little bit last night, Lucy's been working on this.
Finally getting it done.
War Scryer Citadel. So that's hopefully going to get finished tomorrow, maybe?
Possibly.
And she's on doing this now as well. So not loads of hobbying done this week, but we'll see how far we get. Okay guys, it's Sunday night and I haven't done much. I've glued all of the Tyranids that have been painted for ages to the bases that I finished off. I built 5 Blood Sisters and I've glued all of Lucy's models to her bases. Except 10 more demonettes because we haven't got any more bases. So we'll do that next time. She's been doing a little bit of work on the knights, but a couple of things that I built in addition. One of them was here. Have you picked it up? Right. So when we were at Warhammer World, we picked up the Herald of Slaanesh. We picked up the Chaos Lord of Slaanesh, the gold one, and we picked up a vampire lady, which Lucy is going to use as a sorceress.
Yes, I am.
She's literally just painted the Chaos Lord gold, and she's going to take the little familiar knight.
Yep.
Did you paint him gold as well?
Mostly, yeah.
Oh, mint. So he's going to go on the base, and then the naked lady's going to go. We've just added this up here. What she's got here, plus the other 10 demonettes and the Seeker chariot that's painted, plus the Soul Grinder. She's got 1900 points painted. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yep.
And obviously there's 3 battle lines. She could jump straight into a game.
Could. Possible.
But then she's got the Knight, she's got the Avatar, which is counting as a normal Keeper of Secrets, which is almost done.
Yeah.
And you've got 2 of the Chariots, which are almost done. So, really ploughing ahead with your army.
I've come to a bit of a slowdown.
We've been busy. We've been busy, but...
Yeah, so I haven't getting much painted the last week or two, but hopefully this week I can catch up, 'cause I've got no plans.
Yep, and I haven't getting much painted this week. I think I did the Pathfinders on Tuesday, and then I based them and done a little bit of building.
You've done a lot of editing, no?
I have 7 Tau videos altogether.
Yep.
So, yeah. Anyway, let's move on to what you guys have been working on this week. Right, here we go, guys, kicking it off with another week of the League of Artisans. I want to thank everybody for showing the support on the channel this week, and thank you to everybody who has submitted pictures. We're going to kick things straight off here with Darren Davies, and he's doing a Custodes commission. Of course, typical Darren style, absolutely stunning, really dark and gritty, and I absolutely love the purple robe. So check out Mark 6 Minis if you want any work done. Next up, we've got Luke Evans and his Plague Marine with Blight Launcher and Lord Cranon, embracing Grandpappy Nurgle's gift. Fantastic work, Luke, and I hope to see your army very soon. Next up, we've got James Smith and the Beginnings of a Knight, inspired by the new Armiger Warglaves. I'll definitely be picking up a pair of them myself. And we've also got 4 Blood Bowl players almost finished. It'll be nice to see your whole team, James, and they're coming along really, really well. Next up, we've got Paul Spuddy Shaw, and he's making his start on his 4th Grey Slayer squad for his 30k Wolves. Interestingly enough, those shields are actually buttons. And they look awesome, mate. I can't wait to see your entire force. I know you've been working on them for a while now. Next up, we've got Kev Dudgeon. He's been absolutely smashing it out of the park with Necromunda. He's done his Orlocks and, of course, his Goliaths too. Next up, we've got Michael Botterill, Edge of Empires, not Age of Empires podcast. And he's managed to complete a Tau Ethereal this week. Really nice work, Michael. And I love the base. Next up, we've got Gaz Etherington, and we've got what looks to be, I hope it's a Blood Angel, Death Company-esque Reaver. Absolutely love this, and I really wish I'd done this with mine, mate, so I'm really, really liking that. Next up, we've got Daniel Woodhouse, who has decided he's going to start painting 30-odd infantry and a massive pile of heavy weapons team. So he's just made a start there, getting them sprayed up, and 1 or 2 colours on there so far. Next up, we've got War Phil, our Philly. Rebased and added more detail on my first set of 10 Plague Bearers. So Phil initially just painted them all with wash. He's now actually adding a lot more detail, a lot of pus and red on there as well. So Phil, it'll be really nice to get these back on the channel again when you've done a few more of them. Next up, we've got Barry Young from Underdog Painting, and he's managed to complete one of Iron Skull's boys. For Shadespire, absolutely stunning work on that, mate. Love the shades that you've got going on the armour. Next up, we've got David Hills. He's only getting 1 model done this week, but it's a Primaris Lieutenant for his Space Wolves. Absolutely top-notch work, and he's expecting to get his Ancient completed next week. Next up, we've got Lee Hamilton. Lee jumping to another army, but I know you only have a couple, so you are forgiven, of course. You're smashing it out of the park every week, mate, getting stuff done. And this week is no different with your Stormcast Vanguard Chamber. Absolutely love the work that you've done on the cloaks there. Next up, we've got Daniel Friedrichsen, big Blood Angel player, big Blood Angel fan, knocking an entire tactical squad out. Again, I always love people's reds. I can never seem to get mine as deep and rich. Mine always come out orangey. So really nice work there, Daniel. Next up, we've got Mikey Mowat. Got 2 finished My Primaris Ancient and added transfers to the Redemptor. So fantastic work here, Mikey. That Ancient is absolutely out of this world. And the transfers on the Redemptor combined with the purple base that you've done, absolutely top-notch work. It's really, really nice stuff. Next up, we've got Roger Shambach. He is a Patreon, so please check us out on Patreon for 1 week early access to battle reports. Been working on his Zinch Demons. We've got a nice squad of pink horrors there. The glow that you've got going on and the intensity of the pink Roger, I really, really like that. And we've also got a squad of flamers on there as well. Again, with the blues, very, very rich and vibrant, and I absolutely love what you've got going on. Next up, we've got Rob Bearup of Grizzly's Cave, and I think he started his Space Wolves, but this guy is a conversion, and he looks absolutely out of this world. I can't wait to see what more you do with the armor. The oily grease marks around the bottom of it and everything look absolutely fantastic, mate. Conversion work, go and check out Rob's page on Facebook. There's nobody better. Will Galloway next up with Mega Armoured Knobs, and he's using some plastic card on there to get converting. He's also got a Mega Armoured Warboss and a Mega Armoured Big Mech with Force Field. Absolutely top class work, mate, and I'm guessing your orcs are nearly done, and I can't wait to see the entire force. Next up, we've got James Chalmers, who runs a podcast, which name has escaped me. I'm incredibly sorry, James. But go and check him out in the Newcastle Warlords page. And he's finished Morathai. Absolute stunning model, and I really, really need to get on with mine. Next up, we've got Bryn, and he's managed to polish off these 3 Plague Ogres. He's added a bit more detail since last week, so they're looking really nice indeed. And the Spirit Horse, the Night Haunt, Harbinger, and a Hex Wraith there as a family picture as well. Next up, we've got Andrew Snowden, and he's been building a cheeky generator, which is absolutely great. I love homemade terrain stuff like this. So Andrew, this is really good, and I hope I can see a finished picture next week when it's fully painted. Next up, we've got Crispian. He's finished off some ninjas to go with his Daredevil crew for Batman. Absolutely love them. Elektra and Daredevil, and of course a pair of ninjas there as well. Next up, we've got Sam Goodwin, who's smashing more AdMech out. You may have seen the Destroyers and Breaches a couple of weeks back, but now he's done some Rangers. Absolutely love the glow that you've got going on with the Arc Rifle and the Taser Gourd there as well. So fantastic stuff by Sam. Next up, we've got James McHugh. James has finished off a load of work that he's had half done for a while and decided to get it on eBay. So this is one of the Lehman Russ that he's got done, and as you can see, James, absolute boss at weathering. Everything is just absolutely phenomenally weathered. Fantastic work as always, mate. His Imperial Knight was in White Dwarf 2 or 3 weeks back. Check him out on 3 Pointed Circle. Next up, we've got Stephen Dunn with special weapon tax and tech drones. So basically, he's done a whole host of special weapons for his tactical marines. Again, with the Blood Angels, really bright, intense red, and the technical drones there, of course, for Tau. I need some of these myself. Next up, we've got Dazza Bryn, and off the back of his amazing Hive Tyrant last week, we've got some Death Corps of Krieg and the Flamer. I need to do some of this Flamer effect on some of my models. Absolutely brilliant, brilliant stuff there, and I love like the heat effect that you've got going on with it. Next up, we've got Agim, something alternate. Probably not relevant to the channel, but he wanted to share it anyway. Not a problem. I'm happy to share anything in these videos, mate. Decided to have a crack at my first ever garage kit of Monster Hunter Huntress in Kirin armor, just in the pinning or dry fit stage at the moment. That's a fantastic model. And I didn't realise it was Monster Hunter. That's brilliant, man. So yeah, I look forward to seeing what you do with that when it's all painted. Next up, we've got Scott Longworth, and I think these are Gangs of Rome models. Luke Fellows of Luke's APS has been making a lot of bases for them, and Scott seems to be quite heavily involved with it. So go and check out their Facebook page. And as you can see, he's got a couple of close-ups of the models. Test of Honor miniatures and miniatures for Gangs of Rome, so they are actually both. Next up, we've got Paul Scott of Paul Scott Miniatures, and he's been working on some Kroot conversions. Fantastic base work again, as ever, Paul. And we've got a couple of samurais there. That is, I think that's a 1,000 Sun sword. I think this is to go with the Renegade Guard type models that we saw last week. So really nice conversions there. Next up, we've got Stuart Fours, Pox Bringers, and 30 Plague Bearers. I do not envy you painting 30 Plague Bearers, Stu, but it's nice to see that you're still going with it, and hopefully we can see a picture of your entire army soon, because I know you're not that far from having it completed. He's also got 10 more Pink Horrors, which are in fluorescent magenta, which is the same fluorescent pink that Lucy used on the Slanesh bases. And he's also working on some battle mechs as well. Very, very Tau-esque. Very, very nice. And we're back to Paul Spuddy Shaw and a lot more of his Grey Hunters this time. And they're looking absolutely fantastic. Honestly, mate, them shields are so different and so cool. So that is it for this week. Thank you very much to everybody who has submitted pictures. Thank you everyone for tuning in and watching. Really appreciate your support. Please check us out on Patreon, and donations are more than welcome on PayPal. So thank you very much, and we will see you again soon.